Yeah. So as you mentioned, let me explain about the introduction. Like, what is Snowflake? Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse which is built on top of three cloud providers. Three cloud providers: AWS, Azure, and then GCP. Okay. Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse which is built on top of three cloud providers: GCP, AWS, and then Azure. And also we can call it as a software as a services, SaaS. Okay, I am going to explain what is the meaning of Snowflake, what is the meaning of cloud data warehouse, why this Snowflake has built on top of these three cloud products, what is the meaning of SaaS, everything. Before to that, we will start from the basic definition of the data warehouse. First of all, we will try to understand what is the meaning of data warehouse. So from there we will start, and then we will so finally we will come to know what is the meaning of Snowflake. Okay. Now tell me guys, anyone, what is data warehouse first of all? What is data warehouse?
Data warehouse is a one type of database which is analytical database which is used to store huge amount of data and to process huge amount of data for the purpose of analysis.
Okay. Others. Others. What is the meaning of data warehouse? You don't sit idle, guys. Please try to.
So data warehouse mainly used for analyzing structured and semi-structured data in a bulk amount.
Okay. Okay. Sure. So we will discuss from the starting. What is the meaning of data warehouse? Okay. See, data warehouse. Data warehouse is also a, as you mentioned, it is an analytical database. Data warehouse is also a database, but which is an analytical database. Okay, and it stores and then process huge data. Huge data. A data warehouse is a type of analytical database that stores and then process the huge data for the purpose of analytics. Okay, your data warehouse will handle two main functions of your analytics: store your analytical data and then process your analytical data. Yes, see, this data warehouse is also a database like other database. How you are using your on-prem database like SQL Server, Oracle, Teradata, etc. But the way you are storing a data into the database, that is different than a regular database. So here, data warehouse is also an analytical database or its database. Then the data you are going to store in a data warehouse, which is a very huge data, and then which is used to do the analysis on data and then make the decision on huge data. And also, especially this data warehouse is suitable for to generate the reports. I will tell you. Okay. So as I mentioned, data warehouse is a database which is used to store the huge data and then analyze the huge data. This data warehouse is very much suitable for the to generate the reports based on the requirements. Suppose let's consider you have a e-commerce business, which is an example I'm giving, which is an Amazon portal, which is an Amazon portal. Okay, their Amazon portal, their online transactions, current transactions are storing in one database, but the current transactions production database is having a very less data. Production database means live database. Whatever the customers are ordering, whatever the customers are processing current data, that data is going to store into the production database. Guys, do you know what is the meaning of production database?
Yes.
Yes.
What is that?
This is live database of current scenario.
Yeah, little bit elaborate.
Sorry?
Little bit elaborate. Try to speak more on that.
Yeah, live. It is the one type of live databases which we have to perform the transaction. Like we have a different environments, dev and test and the production environment. So dev and product, it is just like the old database, but in the live scenario and the live current live database, then we have to use products.
Yeah, production database means to store the current transactions. Whatever you do, suppose you are going to the bank and you are withdraw the money. That transaction updates should be tracked into the production database. Live data. Whatever you do the transactions, whatever you make the like suppose if you order something in Amazon portal, that order details will be tracked live in the production database. So production database will be the live database which is having current transactions. Okay, but this data warehouse will be having the history data, old data. Suppose, as I mentioned, Amazon senior management, if they wanted to do the analysis of their whole data, then the data is available in the data warehouse, because data warehouse will be having a history of data, okay, huge data. By using that huge data, Amazon people will be uh, doing a analysis on multiple ways, and then based on their requirement, and then they can make the decision on top of their existing data. Especially, it will be having a huge data. So if if the data warehouse is having a huge data and then collected from the different sources, and then stored in the data warehouse in a central place. So in this case, which is useful to do the analysis and then make the decisions, and then it is very much suitable to generate the reports. What is the meaning of reports, guys? Why do we need to generate the reports?
So report is just like for users uh, requirement. We have generate the reports based on the different database or different schema to have selecting data and generate the report for basically for the user requirement.
Yeah. So we will try to understand data warehouse, the basic concept of data warehouse, then how it is going to work end to end. Okay. Suppose let's consider here, guys. I have a retail business. Just I have taken the example for Hyderabad Central or Bangalore Central, and Hyderabad Central, and then Central Hyderabad or Central Hyderabad 1, and then Central Hyderabad 2. I have taken the two stores, okay, and their billing desk. So that billing desk is web application. So in one of the store, they are storing the in one of the store. In one of the store, they are storing their current transactions into the SQL Server database, and another store, they are storing the data in the files. Okay, daily they are doing transactions, and then they are storing the data into the different sources. Source may be a database, source may be a file. File is MS Access. MS Access is also one of the database. Okay, but these are the two different databases. Okay, and their business data is available in the different databases, different sources, in the different places also. Now tell me guys, if the data is available in the different places and different database, is it possible to do the analysis on the entire data?
No, Shekhar.
No, because if they wanted to do the analysis on their entire data, it is not possible because data is available in the different systems, different formats. If they wanted to do the analysis now, they can able to do the analysis only on this part or else on this part. They can't able to do the analysis on this entire but multiple parts, because whatever the data is available in the SQL, that is different format. Whatever the data is available in the MS Access, that is different format. They can't able to do the analysis on entire data. Now what do we need to do the analysis for the business people? We need to store this data in a one place, that is called as a data warehouse. By connecting a ETL tool, we can extract the data from the different systems, and then we can transform the data into a single format. We can transform the data into a single format and then load the data into the data warehouse. So once you load the data into the data warehouse, their entire business data has converted into the single format and then loaded the data into the single place. Now the data is available in your data warehouse, where you can able to do the analysis on a data warehouse based on your requirement, and then make some decisions or else generate the reports. What type of analysis they are going to do? Suppose let's consider you are storing your Amazon data into your SQL Server data warehouse. In this case, that is used data. In this case, suppose if they wanted to do the analysis for the past 4 years, 2024, 23, 22, 21. So what are the new customers are added into the each year, and what is the revenue generated for the each year, and then how many new products are added into the each year. Like that, they wanted to do the analysis on the entire data. So in this scenario, you are going to collect the data from the different data sources and then extract from them and then transform that data and then load the data into the SQL Server data warehouse. So this is the any data warehouse. I have taken the SQL Server data warehouse. On top of this, now data is available in the single place in a single format, which is in data warehouse, and then business senior leadership, they can make the decisions and then they can generate the reports based on their requirements. Based on these requirements, this is the end-to-end flow. Data is available in the different systems by using a ETL tool. What is ETL tool? Do you know, guys?
Extraction, transformation, and loading from
Yeah.
the
Especially this ETL tool is used to extract the data from the different source systems. If the data is available in file, if the data is available in the Oracle, Teradata, SQL Server, MS Access, and then if you want to combine that data and then load the data into a single place, then you are going to use the ETL tool, that is separate tool again. Okay, so this is about the basic definition of the data warehouse, guys, and how this data warehouse is going to work. Any doubts in this point? Any queries? What is the meaning of data warehouse? This is the basic understanding of the data warehouse.
No questions actually, Shekhar, from my side.
Okay, others?
Understood, sir.
Yeah, Charan. So before now we are talking about the Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse and all, that's fine. But before cloud data warehouse, we have a traditional on-prem data warehouse. Yes or no, guys? On-prem data warehouse. Yes or no?
Yes.
What is the meaning of on-prem data warehouse? What is the meaning of on-prem data warehouse?
On-prem data warehouse you can tell like it will be hosted not in a cloud basis. It is in the server, and all these things maintenance like couple like all the infra things, all these things, and it will be managed by the developer or the service provider, and um, the maintenance, upgradation, all these things are maintained by us only. If it will and it will be the heavyweight as compared to currently the cloud-based warehouse.
Yeah. See, on-prem data warehouse or on-prem servers means. Okay. See, traditional data warehouse. I can say traditional
Yes.
data warehouse, right? See, to maintain the on-prem servers, suppose let's consider your organization has decided that the business data they are going to store into the on-prem servers, on-prem data warehouse, or traditional data warehouse, right? Example, I'm saying if they wanted to store their business data into the traditional data warehouse, what is the meaning of traditional data warehouse or on-prem servers? To maintain the on-prem data warehouse, your organization need to manage the everything physical components. Yes or no, guys? Physical components. So here, to maintain your SQL Server data warehouse, there are a lot of things you need to consider. There are a lot of things are involved. There are a lot of physical components are involved to make the setup of your traditional data warehouse. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, like that. Suppose if you speak about the example of the traditional data warehouse is SQL Server data warehouse, you need the first of all SQL Server software, right? Right, guys?
Yes. Yes.
You need the SQL Server software, and you need to build that SQL Server in a physical server. This is a physical component. This is a physical component, and also you need to buy the necessary hardware resources like RAM, CPUs, motherboard, and then storage device, and then made the setup, and then build the hardware resources. Okay,
Yes.
and you need a number of database administrators to maintain your on-prem servers. You need a number of IT engineers to maintain your hardware resources. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what. See, on-prem servers nothing but here to maintain your data warehouse. Always the physical components are involved to maintain the traditional data warehouse or on-prem servers. See here, I have taken an example for the SQL Server data warehouse. This is the on-prem servers. This is the on-prem server, traditional data warehouse. Okay. To maintain this, you need a physical components. CPU, RAM, and then motherboard, storage disk, and then storage disk is also physical component. Hardware resources, RAM, CPU, motherboard is also hardware resources. How it works actually? How it works? As usual, in previous example we have discussed. See here, data is extracted from the different data sources and then loading the data into the on-prem data warehouse or traditional data warehouse by using an ETL tool. We have discussed this point previous point, but here To maintain your on-prem servers, we need a multiple data warehouse, and then we need a multiple database administrators, and then we need a network engineers or IT engineers. Because I will tell you why do we require, and then what is the challenges? What are the challenges? Okay. Now suppose let's consider this. Daily your ETL jobs are running and then extracting the data from the different data sources and then loading the data into the data warehouse. One fine day, this ETL batch job is trying to pull the data from this data sources and trying to load the data into the data warehouse. But your storage disk is full. If the storage disk is full, then this ETL batch job will not able to load the data into the data warehouse, and then it will keep execute, and then finally this ETL batch jobs will be failed. Whenever ETL batch jobs will be failed, and then ETL developer or database developer will be identified that the issue is with the storage disk. The storage disk is completed. So in this scenario, this ETL developer is going to communicate with the database administrators, and then database administrator will involve and then resolve the issue by adding the database storage disk. Like that, suppose if number of users are connecting to the your data warehouse, and then they are submitting the request, IO request, whatever it is, data load request, whatever it is, and they are seeing earlier it is working fine. They can able to extract the data very fastly, but nowadays it is becoming very little bit slow. They are seeing the performance issues. They are seeing the performance issues in the data warehouse. They can't able to even retrieve a single record from the data warehouse. It is taking more time, and due to the hardware resources are becoming outdated. Why? The already they have made the setup of the hardware resources. Suppose RAM is 12 GB, which is not suitable because the data is grown. Data has grown in the data warehouse, and the number of users are grown in the data warehouse. They are processing a huge data. So due to that, data warehouse hardware resources become a outdated. Whenever the data warehouse become a outdated, okay, then your data warehouse will not respond properly. In this case, the IT engineers will involve and then identify the issue and then upgrade the hardware resources. What I mean to say, in the on-prem server, in the traditional data warehouse, we have lot of challenges. Manually, you need to involve to manage or to run the on-prem servers. If something happens, if storage disk is full, then DBA need to expand. If hardware resources are outdated, then IT engineers need to upgrade. So like that, we have a lot of challenges with the on-prem servers. As I mentioned, see, initially based on the analysis, based on the requirement, everything is pre-components, pre-decided. The hardware resources are you made the analysis and then built according to the requirement. You have built all those hardware resources. Day by day, when the data is increased in the data warehouse, those hardware resources are becoming outdated. So in this case, we will be having a lot of challenges with the hardware resource, with the on-prem servers. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
So to overcome that, we have a Snowflake cloud data warehouse. That's why Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse. I will tell you what is the meaning of cloud and then what is the meaning of cloud data warehouse. Why we can call it as a Snowflake cloud data? What is the meaning of cloud? The meaning of cloud is you are just using an internet and you are using one web browser to work with your Snowflake cloud data warehouse. That's why the meaning cloud. You don't require any software. You don't require any physical components. You don't require any hardware resources. to manage or to work with the Snowflake. You just need an active internet, and you just need an only internet and then web browser, and then you are going to work with your Snowflake Cloud Data Warehouse, and then going to store the data into the Snowflake environment. That's why the Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse. Cloud. Just you are using the internet and then web browser, and then start using with your Snowflake Cloud Data Warehouse. You don't require any software. You don't require any hardware resources. And whatever the data you are going to store, the data is going to store into the cloud, not into any physical component, any physical components. In the on-prem servers, the data is going to store into the hard disk, That is a physical component. Based on the physical component capacity, you can able to store that much of data only. If the hard disk is full, then you will get the issue. But in the Snowflake, which is a cloud data warehouse, you are going to store the data into the cloud, and then you don't get any storage issue into the Snowflake Cloud Data Warehouse, because automatically the storage space will be expanded by your cloud data warehouse. How many users are trying to load? The data into the Snowflake Cloud Data Warehouse? Based on the request, automatically the required space will be provided for your data request. It is not going to full. It is like elasticity. So scalability, whatever you are going to store, according to that, the storage space is going to increase. That's why the meaning of cloud data warehouse. Why? What is the meaning of which is built on top of these three cloud products: AWS, Azure, and then GCP? Do you know, guys, why it has built on top of these three cloud products? On top of these three cloud providers.
Because of already different data centers are available in cloud databases. So Snowflake only for utilize these data centers of AWS or Azure or GCP. So Snowflake doesn't have any particular data center. So it depends upon the three.
Usually, whatever the cloud data warehouse you are going to work, the data is going to store into their data center. But Snowflake, instead of building their own infrastructure, own data centers, they are rely on the existing data centers from the AWS or GCP or Azure, because they are going to save the time, they are going to save the efforts, they are going to save the money to build the data centers from the scratch. Instead of that, they have made the tie-up with those three cloud products, and then the Snowflake, whatever the data you are going to store into the Snowflake, the data is going to store into those cloud providers data centers. That's why which is built in these three cloud products. Guys, clear or not? What is the meaning of built on these three cloud providers?
Yes.
Sorry, Shekhar, can you just I followed up, but some clarity. Like you told, like it is the Snowflake will try to manage from the scratch the data centers. So
No, it is not. It is not owning its own data centers. It is not. Snowflake has not owning its own data centers. Snowflake is using the other data centers, AWS, GCP, or Azure.
okay,
Snowflake don't have its own data centers.
okay. So we can host in all the three major component, three
Cloud
market.
models. Yes.
Okay.
While creating the account, you will select this cloud provider, or which cloud provider you need to host. You will select.
Okay. We always, Shekhar, we will always go for software as a service or PS or IS, infrastructure as a service or platform as a service, or always we will go for the software as a service.
Always the snowflake is a purely software as a service. That's why let me complete one by one.
Okay.
I'm coming there.
Sir, my
If,
mistake.
if, if you have any questions, I will allow little bit time after the session. Then we will discuss. Okay. Just
Sure.
I'm discussing points one by one.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse, and then which is built on these three cloud products. This point is clear, guys. Clear,
Uh,
right?
yes, yeah.
Yeah, now the Snowflake can be called as a software as a services, software as a services, because this cloud data was this Snowflake itself behave as a software and then provide the different services to work with the, as I mentioned, to work with the Snowflake, to work with the Snowflake, you no need to, there is no hardware to install, configure or manage the servers. There is virtually no software to install, configure or manage. Ongoing maintenance, management, upgrades and tuning are handled by Snowflake. That's why Snowflake can be called as a software as a services. Okay. You no need to manage the hardware resources. You no need to install the any software. You no need to manage anything. Everything is taken care by Snowflake only. Suppose as a user, you are trying to load the data into the Snowflake. Whatever the data is you are going to store, based on the request, automatically the storage space is provided. Okay. Hardware resources, there is no limitation on the hardware resources. Based on the number of requests, based on the number of users are connected to the Snowflake environment, automatically the required hardware resources are provided by Snowflake. There is no limitations. Automatically it will calculate how many number of users and then required hardware resources will be provided. It is not going to stop. And performance tuning techniques. See, this Snowflake has built the architecture in such a way that automatically majority of the parts it will take care of the performance related things. The architecture is built very beautifully, and then by using that architecture functionalities, we will see the very good performance. We are going to discuss in further sessions in Snowflake architecture. Okay, we are going to see we are going to see the architecture in the further sessions. But by using that we can able to see very good performance improvement. That's why the Snowflake can be called as a software as a services. As I mentioned, to work with the Snowflake environment, Snowflake cloud database, you don't require any software. You no need to install any software. You just need an active internet and then one web browser. That's it. That's why this came called as a software as a services. Now tell me, guys, this software as a services, what is the meaning of the software as a service? You are clear or not clear?
Clear.
Others.
Clear.
Yeah. So this is our course content, guys. This is our Snowflake Cloud Data Warehouse Development course content. Whatever you are seeing in the screen. So I am going to cover all these topics, which are core Snowflake related concepts. Okay. And the course duration will be 30 to 35 sessions, daily 1 hour, which is from 6 to 7 a.m. Prerequisites for this course is if you have a good knowledge in SQL, then that is good for you actually. Whatever we are going to discuss in the daily sessions, all those concepts will be project oriented concepts only. Daily, once the course is completed, then I am going to provide the every day the topic topic material and FAQs, and then whatever the scenarios we are going to discuss in the session, that code I am going to share it with you. That code I am going to share it with you. After the course, then I am going to help you to prepare the resume. So this is about all the course details, guys. This is about all the course details. Now, how is the career in the market? How is the career opportunity in the market on the Snowflake? Nowadays, Snowflake has becoming a very demanding technology, and the market has the very good openings. Market has a very good openings on the Snowflake Cloud Data Warehouse. Okay, on the Snowflake Cloud Data Warehouse, and comparing to other technologies, uh, so you will also get the very good salary package comparing to other technologies. We have a good package comparing to other technologies on the Snowflake. So certifications. What are the certifications with? The very basic thing is Snow Pro Core certification. Once our course is complete, you can able to easily crack the Snow Pro Core certification. And for the remaining certifications, you require a experience. Okay. So these are the certifications are available in the market. What are the jobs you can able to apply once the course is completed? Snowflake developer, Snowflake data engineer, cloud data warehouse engineer, data analyst, and then data scientist. So this is your just introduction today's discussion, guys. Now let me know if you have any queries.
Yes, Shekhar, in that time some network issues on my laptop, that audio setting is so I am unable to give my introduction. So myself is Ratan. I have actually 12 plus years of experience in database development, support and maintenance along with the administration. So currently I'm working in Wipro Bangalore. So I want to change my. Currently, I am working in designation as a migration specialist from on-prem to cloud, or migrating to Oracle to Azure SQL, Azure PostgreSQL, and like this, and also Informatica 10.1 to 10.5 in. So I want to interested to actually Shekhar. Mm, 13 years back, I have in Hyderabad or Mirpet.
Sorry.
Yeah, in that time, I have been doing my course in Norris IT with Satish Elenki, sir. So, so that is all about. So I will touch up with you regarding the resume. I want to do the parallel course. Like if you have any other batches.
Other batches means I didn't get you. What is your requirement?
Requirement not like requirement like parallelly I can do that things I want to know.
Parallel means
Suppose yeah, these things are basically the database background. So like all these things, if some other batches also there from middle of the course, then there and here the parallel things, if it
that's
will.
okay. That's okay. We will start this one. If everything is started, then you can also add to that.
Okay. Okay, so I need a career complete help, and I also planning to travel Hyderabad for coming weeks. This week I'm not able to go, but coming week I will go. I have some suffering cold and cough with all of my wife and my kid. So for that I'm not traveling this week, but I will travel coming week to Hyderabad.
That is okay. See, I didn't get you. What is your ask?
No, no, I'll tell you. Due to cold and cough, I'm not able to explain. I'll call you and I will.
That's fine. So Daily the batch is around morning 6 to 7 a.m.
Yeah, it is fine. It is fine.
Yeah.
I'll do.
Tomorrow also we are going to join from 6 to 7 a.m. guys.
The link will be shared by the DurgaSoft, or it will be. I need to
By
request.
Durga only.
Okay, okay. They will automatically they will share, or I will need to ping them in WhatsApp.
No, they will share. You need to touch base with them. You need to make the registration with them.
Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, Shekhar, nice to talk with you.
Yeah. Chalo guys, any other doubts? If there are no questions, then we will end the session. Okay? We will meet tomorrow.
The class notes can you provide, Shekhar?
Everything I will provide.
Pardon?
Everything I will provide.
Okay, okay. Thanks.
Chalo.
Yeah, bye. Chalo.
Can we meet by tomorrow?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, bye bye.
Same.
Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you. Same to you.